Stanford for the Pac-7's Rugby Championship. It's going to be the USC Trojans against UCLA. Pretty storied rivalry here between these two Southern California teams. Play is there with the shoulders, and now back to the near side. Oh, and a nice little scamper through the defense. That's a great move. That is Angelo Reviglio, and the senior from Reno, Nevada, surprises the UCLA Bruins with his footwork and goes in for a 5-pointer.
Based off Angelo's performances at the West Coast Sevens, we can definitely assume we're going to be hearing his name a lot this weekend. He's a speedster, and he's a strong ball carrier, and he's what you'd call the talisman on their team.
Great start for USC. Saw Reviglio here at this tournament last year. Really looks like he's worked on his game. A slippery customer.
But as a coach, that's what you hate to see. You actually had 2 defenders lined up on him, and it's kind of one of those miscommunications, who's got him, and he just went around the outside defender when both those two defenders, one could take the outside shoulder, one could take the inside, and they could have definitely shut it off inside their 22.
So USC gets a break here, working from deep in their own territory. Ball fed by Cooper Swan, and now quickly out to the corner. Once again, it is speed by, is that Reviglio?
Good chase. Yeah.
Once again, another try for USC. Bruins scratching their heads. Is this the Trojan team that they thought they were going to play? They may have underestimated these Trojans. How about Reviglio? 2 on the day, supremely confident on the corner, and why wouldn't you be if you got the jets that Reviglio does, and puts 2 over on the Bruins.
Yeah, in the beginning you're a little questioning, usually you don't look for the double skip pass, but then I guess when you're going to a ball carrier such as Reviglio, I would do the same thing.
I think the strategy is pretty clear, and I think the Bruins ought to catch on, is that USC wants to get the ball into the hands of Angelo Reviglio. Maybe you put 2 on him. Back for the second half. Really competitive affair. A little bit of a surprise from this USC team. Brett, what do you think so far?
Well, I tried to warn you in the beginning. I told you USC was going to come out here and kind of give you guys a bit of a show. Reviglio obviously coming out and dominating the first half, and let's see if he can continue to do it here in the second half. You're saying you can Jakarta, Indonesia. That's Richard Hendarto wearing the #1 jersey for USC. And there's Reviglio. Oh, and he draws one. Back for the Pac-12 Rugby Sevens Championship at Stuber Rugby Stadium at Stanford. The Arizona Wildcats facing off against what was a surprising USC team. Taking a look at pool. Payne Rourke, junior from Hong Kong, goes up, gets the ball for the SC Trojans. Out on the corner. Oh no, it's Reviglio. Somebody put a body on Reviglio. Somebody. Can anybody catch him? With the speed to finish, too.
I mean, come on.
He's a menace. The guy's a stud. But then now it comes down to
he's a highlight reel. Look at this. A round catch ball.
Good power
through Jacob Hall. And then past Behringer.
You 15 seconds.
Wow. Special. It's a special player right there.
Bigger.
More ball for Reviglio, please.
Yep.
Not if you're the Arizona Wildcats.
Although we did see him in the last game against UCLA. He stayed on the field, but he kept kind of coming towards the midfield more. You could tell when he got tired, didn't any longer have the chops on the outside, so he became an interior player.
Yeah, 4 tries already in a game and a half. That's a tough thing about it. You know, it's a game of attrition, and the more tired you get, the harder it is to continue to do amazing feats of athleticism like that.
So lays it back. Cooper Swan out to Reviglio. The danger man for USC. And apparently nobody got the memo about Reviglio from the UCLA game. I don't know if Arizona was taking a nap under a cypress tree. I don't know what was going on. But nobody.
The man is a stud. I mean,
nobody should underestimate Angelo Reviglio. Look at him. Breaks through one tackle. Here comes another defender. No thanks. Slips the other one. That is a stud.
I don't think he skips leg day.
Well, he's just, I mean, it's silk too. It's not just thundering, you know, quads. It's a silky run.
Suave.
He's well balanced. It's hard to take him off his feet. How about Reviglio? 3 tries on the day, and he puts his team up by 7 points. Oh, give it to Reviglio. Yes, please. Great job on defense by Jacob Brazel. He gets off of one tackle. Back at Stanford for the Pac-7's Rugby Championship, where the USC Trojans, through the work of one Angelo Reviglio and his 2 tries, have the Wildcats on their heels. Sloan.
Release! Release, Ryan! Give her a release!
Ball finally released. USC. Well, at the very least, you could say that at least Angelo Reviglio is getting a good break right now. Is he able to refill the tank?
He's probably just saying, just keep it on the other
You can't,
side.
if you're Arizona, you're not going to get fooled by Reviglio 3 times, are you?
But then enough.
I mean, I don't even think it's really getting fooled by
Yeah,
him. It's just
some-
getting bested. The guy, every
Number?
time he gets the ball, he's breaking 2 or 3 tackles, and even after that, burning
Happy?
the rest of the team to a try. So
Okay.
I don't know what the answer is.
Well, the answer last time
Again,
was
bind to your
Brazel,
hooker.
because what a great play Jacob Brazel made in defense
Coach!
of Reviglio. But USC ball
Bind!
on their own 10-meter line.
Set!
I think we can guess where the ball is going to.
Ball comes wide. It's Reviglio.
This is one.
Great pickup there off the ground by number 11. That's Joe Buttafuoco. It's up well. It's a great tackle. Cooper Swan now out wide. Buttafuoco has Reviglio. Oh, great fend by Reviglio. It's not just the speed, it's the strength up above. I mean, you talk about fend. Look at the stiff arm here. Boom.
Oh.
Thanks for coming.
See you later.
That is something that Tyler Sloan is not going to forget
20
anytime soon.
Yeah. Tough by Tyler. I mean, you could see he knew he had to throw his whole body into that contact area in order to get Reviglio down. And Reviglio obviously saw that, stopped his feet, and used the defender's momentum to just throw him off him. What a stud.
And so now 17-12, conversion not good for the Trojans. Keep wide pass through Cathala, but he skips through the tackle, and he's gonna, will he have enough?
Oh, I don't know. It comes down to whether he put the ball down in the try line, because he's definitely not out of bounds. And that's, you know, we don't have the angle to see that. Let's see.
In the middle. There.
Oh, yeah.
What an effort.
That's a great effort.
What an
Maxime
effort.
Cathala pulls Arizona. Yeah. The formula, as we just highlighted, is to get the ball into the hands of one Angelo Reviglio as many times as possible. The question is, he's played every minute of every game so far. Does Reviglio have enough gas in the tank?
Okay, boys, you receive over.
And luckily, he's surrounded by other talent as well. What we've seen from this USC team is that they're a complete team. Yes, Reviglio scores long-distance tries, but they have had quality moments from all their players, including the man holding the ball.
Okay, you good?
In this game.
Oh, look at Quan. He says, Angelo, who? I'll take it myself.
Get out of there! Get out of there!
Tap and go.
Reviglio sees the line. Oh, and he'll go over. See, that's the formula works. Stick to the formula. Reviglio with the ball, quick tap and go, and scores the first one for USC. Again, because point differential is so it's wins and losses.
Hey, boys, ahead of this
right?
way, too,
It's
please.
the number of points you get, tournament points. So you get 3 points for a win. He sends it out to Hendarto.
There he is.
Yep, look who it is. The in, the out.
See you later.
Dusts Jackson Davis. I mean,
like, honestly, if you're a national team coach of any sort, you look at a guy like this, like, he's clearly a step above this level of competition. Like, at the bare minimum, he's got to be called up into some sort of camp or something to see how he stacks up in the next level. But clearly, he has been absolutely dominant.
yeah, he's a special player. Angelo Reviglio. You know, last year he showed some signs of this quality of play. He's next level.
Yeah, I got to check out his workout regimen because he's clearly doing something right. You know? Looking like you, Brian.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, when's the last time you worked out? You stopped doing that.
Yeah, I got to get back to it.
You don't get any stronger.
Shriveling away.
You don't get any stronger pushing a pen. And here comes Giorgio Grandi. He gives it to Reviglio because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you just give it to Reviglio?
Come on.
Pirouettes out of a tackle, and Angelo going in for a third try. Hat trick in the first half. Angelo Reviglio.
Come on.
It's that base. You try to swing him to the ground. He's just got too much juice downstairs. Look at this.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. You got to do better.
He's so good at kind of lowering his center of gravity and just staying on his feet and balance. You know, maybe he's a dancer.
I don't, whatever's working for him. I mean, there's
Got to hear the secret recipe.
something. He's doing something different than everybody else out there. Mostly scoring tries. 17-7 is the score right now. Things looking good for the Trojans. They'll be happy to add a few more if they can. And this is one of those deals where you say to Reviglio, like, at halftime, stay on the field, score some more tries.
Yeah.
You can sleep an extra hour.
That's the tough part, right? Because they're still fighting for the semifinals, and they have to get a good point differential. Absolutely.
Which is hard for UCLA to do. Guess what happened while we were talking? Angelo Reviglio got the ball again. He scored 4 in a half.
How many is that in a day now?
I don't know. I don't have that many fingers. Reviglio is the man.
Oh, man. As the rest of the team, you're like, dang, can you, actually, you probably at this point, you're like, just give it to him. Just feed him. Feed the beast.
Just feed him.
But if you're looking at him kind of being productive tomorrow,
You don't worry about tomorrow. No, you don't worry about. If I've learned anything, Brett, over my long life, which is probably almost twice yours, you don't think about live for
There you go.
today.
Wow, I
Live for
appreciate that.
today. Yeah,
Wow.
I know it's deep.
No, you go.
Angelo Reviglio has 4 tries. 24-7 is the lead. USC over the Beavers. We'll come back for the second half in just a moment. We're back. Trojans in the lead. They're up on Oregon State 24-7. To be scored by SC, and it's somebody not named Reviglio, which is surprising.
I'm sure he appreciates that.
Yeah, he's taking a rest. Actually, Reviglio's back here in the shade. He's like, thank goodness somebody besides me scored a try.
Yeah, great run by Payne Rourke.
Yeah, final game against Oregon State.
Who's the ball going to go to? The man you want With the ball in
Oh,
hand.
you're kidding me. Here's the Nico Dreyer. He does everything he can. He thinks that Reviglio is going to go to the inside. He falls for the inside step. He gets flat-footed. Reviglio has speed, more so than Dreyer. It's there's a formula there. I think Einstein came up with it. I'm not sure what it's called, but anyway.
I mean, honestly, you can see almost every tactic defenses try to play against him, you know? Throw your entire body at him, he just throws you off. You know, try to swing him around, he just, like, throws you off. Like, the man is just, there's no answer to him today.
Things all going the way of the SC Trojans right now. Cooper Swan just nails the ugliest conversion we've seen all day, but it sails over the crossbar anyways. It's almost fateful. Reviglio is on fire.
And as it stands right now, this base...
USC about to face off against Oregon State. They got a special player. We've seen some great tries from one Angelo Reviglio. Talk about this guy. You saw him play before in one of the earlier tournaments in California. What makes him so special?
I mean, low center of gravity, strong ball carrier, fast. You know, he's super agile. As you can see, he's like really shifty, throwing defenders off him. It's, as far as I've seen, every single time he's gone, it takes at least two to kind of try to corral him.
So here's where we stand, and this makes it interesting, and I love this stuff about tournament play. Because USC tied Arizona, if USC can throw a bunch of points on Oregon State, and then if UCLA beats Arizona outright, Ducks versus Trojans to see who will face the Utah Utes in the consolation final. Teams taking the field now. And Brett, a special player yesterday, we saw Angelo Reviglio really step up on this stage.
He was an absolute standout yesterday. You know, it took at minimum 2 or 3 people to make a tackle, and even if they threw everything at them like that gentleman right there, it didn't matter. You threw him off.
Yeah, and potential next level kind of guy, right? Like we talked about how there's some players out in the collegiate landscape that we don't know if they're getting a look. We don't know if they're in somebody's depth chart. But Reviglio has consistently found the try line. He goes through tackles. He's got a good step. He's got good speed on the corner. And he's the kind of guy who you know you think has some chops potentially for next level rugby.
I mean, absolutely. That kind of gives a little bit of transparency to kind of how you make it to the Eagles too. Like if you're not getting a look after the absolute dominant performance that he's had so far, then kind of how does a player see themselves get to that next level? So definitely worth at least a look at, in my opinion.
Ducks wearing the green hoops, maybe legally
here's that first
on
touch.
their feet, and now Reviglio. Look out. There it is. There is the Reviglio method.
The Reviglio show.
All he needs is for you to turn your hips, and he'll dust you on the corner, and Reviglio adds another one, and I think I've run out of fingers to count the number of tries that Reviglio has had this weekend so far.
Yeah, try goes out to the Trojan on the outside who got that poach, was able to get the ball across the field to the danger man, Reviglio, and that honestly just seems a little too easy.
And speed on the corner, and when you know, you know. That kind of confidence. And Reviglio goes by himself, and if there's anyone who takes him, you know, out on the corner, then it's going to be a turnover. But we haven't seen that. We've seen Reviglio pirouette out of contact. We've seen him burn people on the corner. We've seen him step inside, and it's just he's definitely doing the jersey some justice there.
Yeah, I can imagine the defense. You would hope if you're lining up against Reviglio, you would almost give a little bit of space and try to give time for your teammate to get around you, so you're not going at it yourself.
And now it's working back towards Reviglio, now in the midfield.
Space in front of him.
Space in front of him. He turns it back inside, and he's just jogging. I don't even know if he's out of third gear right now. Reviglio, another try for the Trojans.
Oh.
Yeah, the good news for Oregon, Brett, is that we've seen Reviglio now
Head
against
injury.
even some of the top teams. Against Arizona, they had no answer for Reviglio, so they shouldn't feel bad about not being able to harness number 12.
I'd say at this point, you almost just the defensive game plan. 2 people around this man, because you're doing well. You know, getting the contacts in, getting everyone else, all the other Trojans down to the ground, but there's just no answer for Reviglio so far. But in saying that, when they did have 2 defenders on him, he passed the ball. So also making the right reads.
All right, 14-0. 2 tries from Angelo Reviglio, and about a minute left for Trojans looking good here in the first half. Can the Ducks respond? We'll find out when we come back for second half action. Trojans is number 15, Curtis Warner. There's Reviglio. Scoots through a tackle, and then the Jets get turned on. And right in the middle of the sticks goes Reviglio.
Honestly, if I was Wes Welters from Oregon, I'd almost just try to follow him around the field the whole time. So forget about the rest of the game. I'm not letting this guy score anymore. But great job by Reviglio to kind of get in that gap right between 2 defenders, kind of make it both difficult for them to know who's got him, and basically gave him that advantage to get that little half break and make 2 defenders try to dive to make that tackle.
Well, you know, the inside defender's got to move quickly out to where Reviglio makes his cut, and then the outside defender, there's still a man outside. Reviglio, we've seen that Reviglio is pretty good as far as his decision making. Well, so the outside defender has to respect the outside attacker, and that gives Reviglio a little bit too much space to work with, and he doesn't need a whole lot, as we've seen all weekend. There goes Curtis Warner.
It's making for an amazing matchup. And we get to see the battle for Oregon.
And we get to see Reviglio one more time.
Let's see how Super's in position. Big tackle. Maybe that's a secret, grabbing the jersey.
Yeah, nice job by Tino Mahaffey. The Trojans, this will be their last touch of the game. Well, flicked wildly back.
Knock on.
Knock. And down on the field, we've got Angelo Reviglio. Angelo, how are you?
I'm doing all right. A little gassed right now, but we're doing
Yeah,
all right.
you look like you're maybe a little winded. I got Brett Thompson next to me, and he's got a question for you.
All right, Brett, what's up?
Hey, super impressive performances by yourself, but also your team. I was curious, what do you think has been the big difference for you guys so far this year in comparison to years in the past?
I don't know. I just feel like this year we got guys that want to win. In the past, we've been lacking commitment, and we've still been struggling with that a little bit this year, but we showed up this tournament ready to play. We prepared. We've been working hard all season long, and we just got a little fire under us this year that I haven't really seen in the past, and it's paying off.
Angelo, I got to see you last year, and you were definitely a difference maker for the team last year. It seems like you've gone another level this year, and I'm just wondering, and Brett and I have kind of been wondering the whole weekend, do you have next level plans for your own game? Have you thought about, you know, trying to you know, get your name out there, and are any scouts talking to you? Are you on anybody's depth chart right now?
No, I don't have anything like that going on right now, but I'd love any opportunity presented to me. You know, I'm going to keep working, and if anyone wants to take a chance on me, I'd love that.
There you go.
Yeah, well, so hey, if it were up to us, we'd take a chance on you. Congratulations on a great weekend so far, and capping this thing off with another good performance for USC. All the best to you.
Thank you so much. Have a good one, guys. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Angelo.
You too.
Knocks it on and gives it back to USC. Now out to Reviglio.
He's got 2
First chance with the ball, and around the corner, and just grabbing enough jersey is Weeks.
Can't stop it.
Yeah, I think that's it. And anytime 12 gets the ball, everybody run to 12. Here. And look at Weeks. Watch when he sees Reviglio. Nope, I'll go the other way. I'm going the other way.
No, great.
Quan. One man to beat. Oh, and he dishes to Reviglio. Great job.
Yeah.
To find the open man.
Could have maybe made that a little bit easier on himself and gave that pass a little bit early, but he just, you know, he got away with it with the offload in the end. So.
Well, we haven't seen a lot of Joe Buttafuoco, but he is on the field and just dished the ball to Reviglio for, finally, we see Reviglio in for the try.
For him to help get them on top of the USC, but then obviously you got the Reviglio show, and that's what it's been this weekend. He's got about 7 or 8 tries. He's been super impressive, and they'll be looking to ship the ball to him early. But then you also...
To get better. There is Reviglio wearing the number 12. You mentioned he had 7, 8 tries. I think he had 7 or 8 tries just yesterday alone. He added a couple more in the first game today, and I'm not sure if Utah has game planned for Reviglio, but it doesn't seem like anyone's figured out the formula to stop him just yet. We'll see if Utah